to Human Thesaurus Epitome Anatomy. This time, we tackle a word or several keywords that affect our lives to shape, distort, attract, dispel, and meditate, among other facets of human emotions and observations. It's really my experiment to explore more about humanity when it comes to words that we love or dislike. In this episode, our keyword is siblings. It's a plural noun which means brothers or sisters. Its anthropology or origin came from the root word sib, which means relative or related by blood, according to dictionary.com. I will have a heart-to-heart conversation about our sibling perspectives with my returning guest, my brother, JC. We will lay them out based on our experiences and why our apparent sibling accounts motivate him to do better. This is an exciting additional format for me, so please bear with me while I experiment, and please let me know if it's gonna be working so we can do this more. Before we begin, I will just want to leave a disclaimer that this episode represents individual experiences and personal views. If you find our conversation sensitive or opposed to your own views, please remember that we are all uniquely ourselves. Nothing is intended to personally attack or cancel anyone by expressing our own opinions to matters of life. So, this is an exciting additional format, and I am bringing back my brother as my magnificent guinea pig, JC Ronquillo. He recently graduated from Mapua University in the Philippines, where he finished, finally, Bachelor of Arts in Digital Film and is freshly working in film production as an editor. My synonyms for JC in relation to our keyword sibling for today would be brother as a noun, loving as a verb, unwavering as an adjective. So let's welcome my brother, JC Ronquillo.
Hello, my name's JC. The keyword is sibling, and it relates to the words drama, hatred, and love. Oh my God.
Wow, that's like jam-packed,
It's a foreshadowing.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I'm loving this format now. But it's as simple as that, right? Because really, they're just words, but it's so loaded and we can unpack them one by one. So being together, being very close as siblings, you and I feel fortunate that we have 17 years of gap. I'm still very grateful because I think that even though when you were younger, I can always talk to you. And sometimes, of course, I wouldn't really underestimate that you may not understand. I always have this belief that you will understand, or you do understand. Even when you were really, really super young, it's really crazy. It's just a bond. And remember, today I sent you a photo of me, a 17-year-old me holding you as a baby. Have you seen that before, that photo?
Yeah, I've seen that. I remember that, the actual photo. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh.
One of the albums. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad to have that. I was rummaging through my stuff, and I just found that one, and I felt that, oh my gosh, that's so special. Those were the time that I really made a pact with you, even you were an infant, that I'm going to protect you forever. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to ask you some questions. You can ask me some questions. This is a conversation about, sibling and our, because there's 4 of us. We have our eldest sister, and then me, and then a younger sister, and then you came after 13 years. Yes. So, we're going to discuss about the ups and downs and everything else. And then we'll see where we're going to end up with. But I will always call this it's our siblings vortex, because it's quite complicated. I don't know if it's even complicated. How can you describe everything as a whole? Like if you take a look at the moment, like simplify it as a whole, what you see about the entire dynamics so far in our entire lives about all of us.
Yeah, it's a very confusing, well, many decades long history of our family. So I, of course, I'm the person with the smallest perspective here. I experienced it the least, right? In the matter of how many 25 years 26 years now. Well, given that I didn't have a perspective when I was like 1 to 3 years old. Yeah, if I can condense it into a simple way, yeah, I would think it's just in the sibling side, misguided, I think.
Oh.
I'm saying I think because, of course, right, my perspective's like not full.
Right.
Of course. And when I came in, right, it's like everybody's like old and
older,
leaving. They older and they have both of our sisters are starting to have like quote unquote families.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
My house life was kind of void with the sibling life, right? Like most of it. You're literally my sibling life.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I had one with Ate Jem. It's like a few years. That's not really a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on our parents' side, yeah, I guess like everybody's just trying to figure shit out. And whenever I tell my friends like about the stories about the family, right, it's like they all say the same thing. It's like when I came in, everybody figured out their shit, how to deal with me.
Not necessarily, but okay.
Yeah, but comparison, right? Yeah.
That's okay. This is very interesting. What I love is always picking your brains on your perspective because like what you said, everybody seems to be a little bit more established, more adulty when you came to our lives. But it's just interesting because I always see you as an old soul. So your perspective being a newbie, it's like, it's a third person perspective, like you're seeing us the way we probably may not be perceiving ourselves. So that's why I wanted to pick more of your brains about all of these, right? I mean, what I love is that, what I appreciate is that you're now 26. Yes. Our conversations are getting more and more heftier, let's say more meaningful. It's always meaningful. It's just that there's more opinions and perspectives and let's say convictions coming from yourself.
Yeah.
All the more now. So let's unpack this a little bit more. What can you remember about us growing up as individuals? And by the way, for the listeners, ate and a name, ate means older sister. So if you hear that a lot from JC, then that's what it meant. So yes, please.
Okay, I'll start with the easy one. Ate Jem. That's the easiest one because, yeah, she was just a delinquent. I mean, right? She's like in conflict with mom, in conflict with dad, in conflict with Jackie, in conflict with you. We kind of had like a fight. Like I remember a short fight because she took the computer like way a bit too long than comfortable for me. I guess that's like the worst fight I had with her, but it was like very tame. And it happened like I only remember this like a handful of times. Not really that bad. Well, this is like growing up. And then because mom always like sells you up. I don't think I told you this before. Like when mom talks about you, she doesn't really talk about you in a bad light to me. She always tells me like you were smart.
Really?
Yeah, you like you're actually working, because of course at that time those two weren't really working.
Oh god.
Yeah. Oh no. This is just gonna be me guessing them. Oh no.
No, I mean we're being real here.
At at that time, yeah, I'm just saying it how it was. Like you were the worker. You had money. Sorry, my mom.
I've got
like,
money.
All my perspective to you came from mom at that time, and she always excels you up, like highball, like worth, like talaga. That's why like the first few years when you started talking to me like closer when mom died, right?
Yeah.
I was shy because you were like a different type of person.
Right.
Than usual in Tabon, of course.
Yeah. Because you practically didn't really grow up with me around.
Yeah.
When you were born, I started college.
Yeah.
So I'm always not around. And then I can only watch after you during the weekends if I am at home during the weekends, because sometimes we have Saturday and Sunday classes too. And then I started working too. And then I left, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then, of course, like the most complex one, Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course, first form, she was a delinquent. I've heard the stories, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like misguided heart, I guess, and like misguided in life. I just really think that she just has like wrong priorities.
Yeah.
And no, at that time, younger, I just see her as like a confusing person. Like she was always, I in front of me as a kid, I always see her fighting with mom, dad.
Mm.
And then as I get older, like my perspective to her is like, she's just like, it's like I'm growing older than her, like in a fast rate. Like every year since like I went to Manila, it's like my perspective is like heading more into understanding why she's like that. That she's just unguided and she's trying to approach life in her own self-righteousness, I guess, in what she thinks is right, which is unguided. I think that's how I can put it.
Yeah, but when you were young, right? Do you feel like you're more on your own with your friends or at home? Like you're really with mom all the time. But what was your perspective about having sisters? Like what did it give you at that time?
When I'm with them, they were, when you're with me, you give me full attention. When Jem is with me, she gives me full attention. When Jackie's with me, she gives me full attention. It was very comfy, actually. It was very comfortable. I had a good, as even if I think them, Ate Jem was a delinquent at the time. Jackie was like a confusing, like iyakin, stuff like that at the time. And then I guess you were mostly absent, right, at the time. But when you guys were with me, you put all of your attention to me.
Yes, of course.
I would like actually talk to you guys like with my full attention as well. I'm not,
You were a good boy.
Yeah.
You were.
But on you though, like I was, a bit shy because, right, like I didn't get to see you that much at the time.
Yeah, you didn't really know me that much. That's right.
Yeah.
And you're really like mom all the time.
Si mommy.
So, okay, at that time, we're just talking about that when you were young. What did you like about each of us in the simplest mode?
Ate Jem was, I guess at the time, she was fun to be around because I think she was just a kid as well. Yeah, she was a kid when I was a kid. She was the only kid when I can actually realistically play with her. For example, as a stranger in her age, like I'm the saling pusa, like because I'm the kid, and then they're like the teenagers playing.
Yeah,
she like was the funnest one to be around. Yeah, she was fun, not the funnest. Like she was fun to be around. Yeah. Because she was like kid stuff.
Yes.
Jackie was, so as misguided as she was very caring.
Yes.
But of course, like, I was always worried what comes after that.
Right.
Yeah. What comes, it's just like what comes out after.
Yeah.
And then my perspective on you is on what mom told me. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you were intelligent. It's pretty much because I can't say anything much because I didn't. Yeah. Now I'm remembering that remember when you took me out
to Enchanted
before.
Kingdom?
And then like you took me to your apartment condo. Forgot like building. How many days was I with you at that time?
3 days, I think. That was in Makati.
I felt like no, it's like an artist gonna take me. I was just like going with the flow there because I didn't know you that much at the time, but I knew ate kita. You're my sister.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to have fun, so I had fun. So that was a confusing time for me. Yeah.
Right. Wow. Yeah, because when I was very close to you, you were still a baby and a toddler. And then after that, I'm just really not around that much until mom passed. Right.
Yeah.
So where are these relationships now at present? Now that because lots happened as individuals. And this is the interesting thing for me, having a lot of siblings. I mean, the interesting part for me is that we were all raised the same values, same parents, same, mannerisms, same home, pretty much.
Yeah.
But we all grew up differently.
Yeah.
Completely differently. I mean, you and I are very similar in some way, in a lot of ways, actually. But with our other sisters, we completely have different life paths, choices, and even attitudes, I think. Like, there's nothing. And like what you felt, I was a middle child for 17 years before you came along. And I can't relate to the both of them. So they're doing their own things. I'm doing my own thing as teenagers. All of us are eldest. Jackie and I, 4 years apart, and then Jem and I are 3 years apart. But within that, during teenage years, we have completely separate lives to a point that I'm completely disconnected for the both of them. I never really felt having sisters. I see my other friends having sisters, and until now we're adults. They all have kids to get kids, their own families, but the sisterhood is just so strong. And I was like, I never really had that. I have that with Anne, which is my best friend, and she's my sister. But I never really had that kind of a sisterhood with my own sisters. So that's fascinating to me because we were raised in the same house. We were raised the same, but completely different choices at the end of the day. So it's hard for me to say, sometimes it's hard for me to judge parents. For example, someone went astray and it's like, oh, the parents didn't raise them well. It has to start from home. Yes, it has to start from home. I agree with that. But when it comes to blaming the parents for the choices that we make sometimes, I find that very unfair for the parents. Because, I mean, we're the living example. We all have different paths that we took with the same values and ethics that were being taught and given upon us by our parents, right?
Yeah. I think like how I handled like the house life was I took a very curious approach. Like I was very curious.
Tell me more.
Yeah, I was so curious that I actually like, deliberately tried to learn from like the stories of the family way before I was born, right? The conflicts, the mistakes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I took a bit more of a paleontological paleontological approach to the family, and that's how I learned from the mistakes of our sisters. Anthropological. Yeah.
Why do you want to learn about those?
Yeah, again, because when I was there, the siblings weren't like, well, Ate Jem, right? The youngest sister, the one, right? 13 years older than me, right?
13 years older, yes.
Yeah. So she only had like 3 years when I was born. 3 years after, she already like was forced to live like an adult.
She wasn't forced.
No, it's more of she didn't have a choice, right? she did the thing, and then now she's like, okay.
What the thing? You have to clarify. Nobody knows her story.
All right, the child, the accident, quote unquote accidental child.
Is it even an accident? Is it really?
I don't know.
It is not an accident.
Yeah,
if you have sex,
you have it's like picking someone. It's like fighting someone to death. You're already laying down your life before you even consider winning or losing, right?
Wow, that's very philosophical. Yes.
Yeah, and then you were already working at the time. Yeah, like studying that like for a few years, like a year when I was born. How many years were you studying?
So I was already in college when you were born. So you were born Feb 97. I entered, sorry. When you were born, I was still in high school, about to finish high school. So I finished March high school.
Okay.
And then I went to college June. So that's why I was obsessed with you when you were an infant. Because I was there for a few months full time because it was a summer holiday before I went to college. So that was the time. And then I left. You were 4.
So 4 years.
Yes.
Jem was 3 years. Jackie was kind of always, she was always there. She was always with mom.
You know why she was always with mom?
Yeah. What?
She's always with mom because of you. She was banished. She was banished from home.
Why?
For all the misdeeds.
Oh.
Right? I mean, she was given all the entitlement of being the eldest one, first one who will be able to be put up in college at a very, very good school. She's given all like new uniform, new expensive bag, school bag, expensive shoes, like everybody, because dad is the youngest of six siblings. And so we're the last one who would have someone in college, and everybody's just so excited for her. And then apparently on the last term of the first year, apparently she's not going to school anymore and she just eloped. So that's where it began. And then she was banished by dad because we have a rule. You can't have a boyfriend while you're still in school. And because we're all like girls, so they're just trying to protect us really. And they really wanted for us to have a good future. And so when she did that, she was banished. She was only allowed to come back because of you. When mom got pregnant, because mom's pregnancy, she was already 39 years old at that time when she had you. So she needed some help at home. And so that was mom's tender heart's way to tell dad, I need help. I wanted my daughter to be here to help me. So that's how Jack came back into the loop, came back home, and we accepted the guy, the husband. And that's how she came back to the fold. And I remember mom and Jack would say that you're their saving grace. That's why she came back into the fold, and dad just forgiven her and just that's how it happened.
Well, I'm confident to say that that didn't fix anything. Yeah, and then her misdeeds branched to her daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay.
But that's, yeah.
Okay.
No, that's going to be for later, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Since you're already there, where are these relationships about your siblings at present? Now that we established your childhood with us, where are these relationships at present?
Well, the simplest one, you and me. Yeah, you're basically my mother now.
Yes, I'm your mom, sis. Yes.
You're when I talk about you, my girlfriend, you're literally my mother, my role model.
Oh.
And then whenever I tell people, like, everybody should have a person like that in their life. That's why I see a lot of people who say confused figuring shit out, right? Like, some role models themselves are like that as well. Like, they have to figure their own shit out, but they need a role model, right? A mentor that they can really put their trust into, like unconditional trust. Like, whatever they say is on the top list of consideration, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I believe that. Well, like, I kept up with it when you mentioned earlier that I wasn't really present at your like early stages in your life. So pretty much 4 to 10, 11 years old. And then when mom passed, I kept up with it. I stepped up because I made a pact.
Yeah. And then, and when I talk to you about, like, my friends, like, I tell them simply that you're the person who stopped me from being that tambay, that standby guy in the bridge near Tabon, near the computer shop.
Let's explain what tambay is. What's
tambay is
universal?
Jobless. Jobless.
No, it's not just tambay. Yes, okay. Tambay, one of the factors is being jobless, but you're a kid, so there should be more connotation about tambay. Let's see, tambay in English, and then let's see the synonym.
No, I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna do criminal shit.
It says here. Okay, tambay, according to Urban Dictionary, a Filipino term for someone who is jobless, uneducated, and just likes to loiter around the street.
A loiterer by career.
I see.
And then if you do well enough, get more connections, you can get promoted as a alcoholic.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So here, there's more in Tagalog.com. It's an adjective. Tambay is standing by, loafing around, standing around, hanging out, lollygagging.
Yeah. No goals, stuff like that.
And then in Quora says, for me, tambay means jobless or not doing anything. Okay. Now so we establish what tambay is.
Yes. Tambay career path. Yeah. Yeah, you're the person who helped me from being a tambay from our hometown, Tabon. But it's like, there's a lot of them there.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I simply put it. Like, it's deeper than that, but that's like how I put it simply.
Oh, thank you. I feel the same. I can tell you everything. I mean, that's why I love being a mom sister or a sister mom. What's better? See, words are just so complex sometimes because mother sister is different than sister mother.
I think it's sister mother because it's sister because there's an actual mother, so it's sister mom.
Okay, yes. So mother sister is a mom pretending to be your friend, right?
Yeah.
Like, hanging out. It's like, Mom, stop. You're embarrassing me. Okay, I'm a sister mom. So that's the perks of being a sister mom. Because apart from me being your kind of parental authority or a guardian, I could still be your sister, wherein I could also rely on you. I trust you as much as you trust me. Like, I cannot like hide from you my embarrassing stuff or all those details, or whether one of us is having an anxiety attack, we can tell each other because for comfort. Yes, so I really love our relationship like that. And being your mom, mom as a role, it's such a joy for me to have this privilege that, yes, I did not bear you in my own body, but what I really, really love is the privilege of having raised a teenager to a man. It's just a wonderful, wonderful experience for me. And probably our parents did very well because I just follow through the values that they imbibed in me onto you, and correct the mistakes that they may have made, that they admitted to me, oh, I made a mistake here and there, and then hopefully you can do better. And so I just had to play that along. And so it's such a joy to be a sister mother to you.
Yes. Yeah. Ate Jem now. Oh, wait, no, Jackie first, because it's like, no, it's complex. Okay. Jem, still sister, but rarely.
Part-time sister?
Part-time sister, yes. No, she's still sister. We never really fought. So there's no indifference there. There's still some kind of affection, because when it's complex actually.
Yes, but for me, simply just to input there is that she does love you very, very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel that. It's still, to be completely honest, like 100% honest, she's still fun to be around.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really fun to be around.
She's fun. She's really fun, but there's just some self-conflict there that she can't admit for herself, which is a little bit difficult to see.
It's just, she's still, I guess, like the typical normal sister that works in a different country. Yeah. I guess it's like the usual. Like you don't really talk to them as often as you can because they have their own lives in a different country. Of course, you haven't seen them in years in real life. Like they have their own lives. So it's like a typical relationship like that. And if she's ever gonna listen to this, I just wish like she's a bit more like actually like pouring her. I want to know her a bit more, and I want her to be open a bit more to me because I'm really curious. Because I like whenever she talks to me, like I always have this feeling that there's more that she wants to say, but she's shy or embarrassed about it. And not gonna lie, there's nothing bad I can do with what she's gonna tell me. It doesn't really downgrade my perspective to her or even upgrade. Like it's just stories. I just want to know her a bit better. Yeah.
She's frustrating because you can see that there's like a gentle, fun kid in there. But from what I've observed, like, yes, she's trying her best. And I think she thinks that too. I won't discount that she's trying to be a good mom, a single parent, and she's working hard. But like what you said, there's more than meets the eye. What she's saying, what she's trying to impose is not her full genuine self. I don't know if she's ashamed, but it's just frustrating for me as a big sister. And you know, what's frustrating for me as well, being this sibling, is that they think that I think highly of myself. So I hate that they think that I am boastful, but I haven't, and as much as I try to be better with her, because again, I don't really have a sister relationship with her. She's more of a friend because we really never grew up together properly. So what's hard for me seeing this, like what you're saying, there's always more to what she's just saying. And then at some point, I attack her sometimes. I'm going to admit that I do attack her sometimes because I get so frustrated. with her because I'm trying to help and be that big sister that she's lacking, and she still hides under ego or something else. Like, why can't you just be honest and just lay it on the ground and just be weak in front of us? We're your family.
Yeah.
And I've given up a little bit, but there will always be love there. But I leave it to you. I'm passing the baton to you.
Well, if what I want from her really is just like, let's just get into to the nitty gritty, the cringy, maybe even the disgusting. I want to know, and I'll tell you my disgusting parts of me. I don't really mind.
You're never disgusting, Jace.
No, I mean like
no, I'm just kidding.
The disgusting parts of me. So like the most real, I'm open to tell her like 1-to-1 trading.
Yeah, but don't you think that's very transactional? Like, should siblings be that transactional? Oh, that's a very good question too.
I guess like deliberately, no, but I think if we don't think about it, it's just gonna turn into that anyway. I guess that's like one of the fundamentals of trust. It's like you give and take, but you don't really think about it. You just do. And then it just balances out of goodwill.
That's true. Right? Wow.
If trust is like in its mature state, you never really think about you're giving the same amount as you're taking. Because it just comes out naturally. You don't really think about it anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, okay, sometimes she feels like I'm attacking her or I'm judging her, but I am highly opinionated only because I care so much. So I come in strong sometimes, but that's deliberate from my side. But the hard part is that at the end of the day, if you can't be genuinely honest with me or with you even, how are we supposed to accurately help or support her and her predilections in life? Like, how can we understand her better if she's always holding back the truth about her? It's us. And I don't know where that's coming from because she's a very rebellious, careless, brazen teenager. She was like that. And sorry, it's just really frustrating for me and it's heartbreaking at the same time because there's another, what do you call that? There's another factor there, which is our nephew, right? So it gets all the more frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, Ate Jem, to be, if you, Ate Jem, know everyone to become more of a sister, more of a family, it's gonna be, you just have to open up a bit. It's not just like being genuine. And it's not just being like more truthful. It's like, because most likely we have some things that we're ignorant about her, right? Because she never opens up.
Absolutely. But that's the thing. We had an opening, right? We had a very good, I thought, opening during my hen's party. When we all went out before our wedding party in Tagaytay, we all went out. And then at the end of the night, a part of her opened up way more. I found more about her at that time. Not completely. It's just because she's drunk, so she's uninhibited. So she laid down a little bit more of the things and I laid down mine because I never had an opportunity for her to get to know me.
Yeah.
Because I also left and she left and, nothing. It's where we didn't really have that sisterly interaction until that time. And I thought it's gonna improve over there, but she closed up again because I don't know, for some reason, the impression that I'm getting from our sisters is that they think that I'm perpetually judging them. I don't know why. Can you see that? Am I perpetually judging all of you?
Yeah, I always hear that from Ate Jackie. Yeah. Believe me.
Me perpetually judging you, or you perpetually judging Jack?
No, Ate Jackie always tells me about how you're up high on a hill somewhere, higher than Mount Everest.
That's their insecurity.
Yeah.
It's the victimhood.
Because I have this perspective, like, you shouldn't really care about what people think about you. You rather, because I know that most likely people are just dealing with their own securities themselves. They're judging themselves more than other people.
Absolutely. That is so true. Yes.
Unless they're like deliberately an asshole. Like they actually live to fucking do violence, right?
Yeah. We're not assholes at all. I could sometimes be, but never with them.
Yeah. Because if they're actually assholes, you would know immediately if they're judging you. They're literally going to straight up tell you that they don't like
you know me, right? When I'm judging, I literally tell people I'm judging them. I literally tell them.
It's more honorable to stab from the front than the back.
To
the front than the back.
Yeah. And I only attack that way because I can't get through. So you'd rather be overly frank.
Yeah.
Let them hurt a little bit. And then they're going to think about it. And then they come back to you. It's like, oh, hell, you're right. Or, oh, you're wrong there, but you hit me. You hit me hard. Then I thought about it.
Yeah. Going back to Ate Gems, I've noticed, right, more of like my relationship to her now. Like I've noticed as well, like she's, even though she's not opening up, she's, of course, right, doing effort to be quote unquote family. More of a family again with us. And there's just like one thing that I would like to tell her about that more than the caring, more than the laughing together, more than the crying together, stuff like that. I think the foundation we have to build first is for us to be familiar with each other first. Family is more than just like the highs and lows. It's also like the familiarity with each other on who we really are to each other as a family.
I agree. Our foundation is quite crumbly with her, and the distance doesn't really help a lot because, there are formative years. When it comes to relationship, I think in the siblings' life, right? It depends on where the formative years are. But I think there's a foundation somewhere that you have to build for you to be able to have a very good kind of core in your relationship that you can go through life together. It's the same as any relationships in life, right? You have to start somewhere and build that core for you to have a strength to walk together, onwards in life. Yeah, so that's right.
Yeah. So branching from the subject of familiarity and information knowing on a sibling, like another extreme of that is Ate Jackie, which instead of us not knowing, it's full on just deceit.
Is it really deceit?
In a way, because whenever she tells me something, it's not that she's lying. She has a strategy. Like I figured this out like many times already. I've like played this in my head a lot of times. That she steers a conversation on a level or on a side or on even an angle in which she doesn't have to lie to make the perception of the person she's talking to a bit more favorable to her. Like, for example, in a conflict, she's gonna steer the conversation in a way that she's not at fault without needing to lie.
So there's always ulterior motive.
Yes. My relationship with her now, for half a decade now, it's like absent, like quiet. But recently, I at least like talked to her a bit because we have a tita, right? Mama Selly. Auntie. And I have to go there every year because she's old. She's 88 now?
89.
And I actually, the only time I get to see her, or ate can get to give a gift to her is every Christmas. Because you
Yeah.
can't really always go there in Christmas. And Ate Jackie's there every year. And for the past few years before 2022, she's always like crying, like making the air awkward. So I have to at least make this a bit more bearable.
Yeah, for all sides.
Yeah. So I just like, okay, talk to you. What's going on?
Okay, wait. We have to step back. Where did it all go wrong? Because at the end of the day, when mom died and then dad died, I have no choice but to keep working. I was in Singapore, right?
Yes.
I have to finance everyone. So she raised you in your high school years. She raised you while I was away.
Yeah.
The provider. But anyway, she does. So I won't discount that at all because she does care. She does care, genuinely care for all of us.
Yeah.
But her personal lifestyle choices and so much hatred in her heart that she can't see through beyond her own humanity.
Yeah.
And everybody's an enemy, and she's a perpetual victim.
Yeah.
After that, where did it all go wrong for your relationship with her?
Well, okay. I'll start with she's very intelligent. She's a very intelligent person. Good, bad, very intelligent. Very, very intelligent. But on the EQ side, she fixates on what she thinks is right. Which is, I think I can put it to like, I can say that's a tunnel vision. And remember when I told you like she was very caring? Mm-hmm. She emphasized her life on caring for a person, for a family member, for a kid, for her daughter. But she can't see anything a bit broader than that. That she didn't take care of herself. She didn't invest on herself. She didn't improve her relationship beyond her relationships with mom, dad, me, beyond like trying to take care of them. Because though every time she goes back to someone is when they need her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, that's the only thing she could ever do her whole life because she never did anything for herself, right? That's why she ends up blaming. Yeah, she ends up fixating that she can't do shit
because of everybody else.
Because she's taking care of everybody else. All of her time's there, and I know I've been with her since 2000 and with Alan, her ex-boyfriend. She has a shit ton of downtime when nobody needs help. Years.
Yeah.
Years. I always remember, at any age, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, she tells me she can't get a job, having a hard time getting a job. I mean, that's true for everyone, but I understand from you as well. Like, as you get older, right? You get a hard time getting a job, harder, older. But the thing is, does she even have a choice?
Everybody's got a choice. Nothing. Yeah. I mean, we're alive.
The way I put it is like, does she even have a choice but to other choice, but not like get a job, like, get a better job, find a career path, find a path for you.
But she doesn't have that capacity. Can't you see that? Again, this is the frustrating, heartbreaking thing. Like what you're saying, she's intelligent, but she's so lazy. I don't know. There's no motivation because she's like, oh, poor me. I'm not rich. So everybody's like against me. Like, oh my gosh, like we've given her opportunities. I've given her jobs and opportunities, and I can help her with a lot of things, but she doesn't want to. All she wants is love. Yeah. Oh God. Seriously.
And because I remember like 2011, like 11 or earlier. She told me she can't get a job 'cause she's too old.
That's
She
not
did like
true
her job
either.
hunt. She got a job hunt. I think it lasted a week, maybe most a month. Because of course I'm laughing because me, 26, I already understand that getting a job is a job of its in itself.
Yes.
It might even take years, but you don't stop. You actually treat it like a job.
Months.
It's a full-time job to find a job.
It is.
You don't like put shit up, wait, reject. No, you put shit off 24/7 even if you can, like as much as you fucking can. You find.
Yeah.
Look for it.
And we can help her. A lot of people can help her get a job. It's just that when the job gets harder or if it sounds hard, she doesn't want to do it.
And there's the funny thing. She told me that more than 10 years ago.
Yeah.
2011 at the latest. She told me the same fucking thing on December 25.
Just last year. Yes. Last Christmas.
The exact words were, nahirapan na ako makahanap ng trabaho kasi tumatanda na ako.
Translate.
I'm having a hard time getting a job because I'm getting older.
And that is BS. That's full of BS. But that's always her cop out. That's always. I don't know. There's no motivation. There's nothing there. I mean, there are so many people who wanted to help her, but she just wants the money like a handout.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to lie down here and not do anything. And because I think victimhood is a full-time job.
Yeah.
And a lot of victims, there's even like celebrities who are always playing victims and, you know, a lot of public figures or even just a normal individual. I'm sure any of our listeners would know at least one or two or even 10 people who will always play as a victim. And that's their excuse for them not motivating themselves to do better for themselves.
And the funny thing, I want to talk about the handouts later, but another thing, I know a lot of people who's like damn, like 22, 25. I know this person like who paid for her father's cancer treatment at the same time paying for their rent. At the same time paying for the rent of her older brother, which is like 5 years older, funny. Who's like deceitful. And she's working multiple jobs.
Yeah.
At 25. Yeah. And 24/7. Like fucking hell. And I know a lot of people who's working multiple jobs, like especially in the economy right now. I have to work multiple jobs as well. Like I'm gonna I am freelance right now, but I have to get a full-time job without giving up the freelance work. We don't have a choice. And listening to her, like remembering her and listening to her now, like I can't get a job. And I can see she can't hide shit from me. She can't hide shit from me because I see her all the time. I've seen her lifestyle almost every day when I was like not going to school in my second year, like being a delinquent. I had my delinquent years.
Dude, imagine this. I, until now, can't fathom how I carried all of you. I can't. So when you said you know someone, you also know someone very close to you.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Yeah. So that's why, like, I had to do everything. Like, okay, especially in my 20s, it's like, okay, fuck sleep. You know, I don't need sleep. I only need 2 hours. I needed to do this because business is bankrupt. I needed to dad's cancer treatment. And then I have 2 Montessori students, which is you and our niece. And then I have to give her, of course, for everyone. And I don't know how I did that. Of course, a lot of people also helped me. It's just because they could also see that I'm going to pay them back, or at the same time, I'm really trying my best. Sometimes until now, I don't know how I survived, but it's doable. Like when you know that you need to survive, that you need to earn, that you need to do your best, you can do it. Yeah. Everything else is just everything else are just excuses. There are excuses. Like, I understand it's just because I have some entitlement that I have an education, but for you to get somewhere. No, but for you to get somewhere, you really just have to really have that self-motivation and really force yourself to do everything that you can in your power to do all of these things. And that really angers me. But now, before it angers me, and now it's just like, it's such a melancholic notion to see and understand it better, what the behaviors are of someone that we know very, very closely to us.
Yeah. And the thing I always hear from her is like, she always tells us she doesn't take shit from anyone, right? That's why she's matapang, brave, courage. Now, I believe that. She's fucking violent. Damn.
But that's not bravery. It's an empty thing. It's not.
Yeah. What confuses me is whenever she loses a job the past decade, it's always somebody doing shit to her and she didn't do anything about it. She's always like, okay, I got fired. The last job she had, like, census thing. Somebody wrote my name for like embezzlement shit. Oh, the Bahrain job, right? Drama. Somebody manipulate someone for me to be for people to look at me at a bad light, so they fired me. They forced me to go out of the country.
No, I thought she came back because of a guy, a boyfriend.
I'm telling about her deceit.
Okay.
her perceived truth.
Okay.
That's a light way of putting it. Perceived truth. Her perceived
truth. Okay,
but
noted.
Like, that's her stories, right? Like, that's her reasoning. But damn, I thought you told me, and I guess like it's her perceived principle to not take shit from anyone. But in a corporate setting, holy shit, woman.
Yeah.
Like, even Ate Jem asked for help and actually fought for. She's
still fighting,
somebody.
So that's a massive difference between those two. There's this one, it's just like, she's just keeping a lot of things for herself. Probably she's more insecure of what other people were gonna say about her. But she's always tooth and nail, would have that pride. Sometimes I think it's a misplaced pride, but she's got a pride that I'm working, I'm gonna make it through.
So I guess like I'll make a comparison now that Jackie has a perceived truth way of seeing bravery and tapang, like actual bravery, right? She has this front. It's a front. Whereas Ate Jem doesn't have any, but she has way more courage and bravery than Ate Jackie will ever have.
That's right.
She has done more. She has done way more.
Yeah.
She should feel good about that, but of course you need more courage. Christ.
Well, at the end of the day, this is one of the things I think that's why I love my concept of this podcast. Sorry, it's not really self-promoting here or self-serving here, but if you see, right, the word courage on its own got a complete different interpretation between two people. There's someone who's really courageous, but she doesn't know it really. She doesn't know that the word describes her. And then there's this one who thinks she owns the word courageous, but she's really not. Like, she's just saying it in her mouth, but she doesn't embody what it really means. And on that other side as well, for me to relate for myself, I know I'm brave and courageous. I only say that when at some point I've proven something to myself over and over again, and other people remind me that I am brave, I am courageous. And at some point, okay, I've got to own those words. I've got to own that word. And it's true, but I felt like I needed to earn that word before I could describe myself that way. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So having that, it's such a. Can you say that our sibling dynamic is somewhat broken? How can you describe that? I mean, in our situation, as all of us are adults now, you kept up with us. You're now an adult.
Yeah.
So how do you see this?
From my side, of course, I see it as like I have full control on, because I'm like the outside, technically the outsider. I didn't do bad to anyone. I didn't even, so I have the control to become the brother to all of you in the fullest way.
Baby brother.
But yeah, the baby brother in the fullest affection and everything. I have that power because I didn't really do anything bad to you guys. Like there wasn't any drama.
Thank God.
And yeah, and I wasn't really an asshole kid.
Well, technically I raised you.
Yes.
I took credit
but in a broader sense, in a broader sense, like for everyone, right? Yeah, it's broken. It's broken. It's confusing. It's complex.
You're really still confused about this?
I'm saying confused because fixing it is like untangling a yarn that's 1 kilometer in diameter. You can't just because you have to unravel it without using scissors. You don't, because once you use scissors,
it's gone.
I think everything's gone.
Yeah, the thread will be.
Yeah. It has to be. It's a bond that's made of thread. That's tangled. It's like a copper wire that's connected, but you have to untangle it somehow for it to work. I know that's not how copper wires work, but you have to make it look pretty.
Yeah. Okay. I'm getting where you're coming from when it comes to that. I just think that it's, probably in your perspective as our baby brother, it's kind of confusing, broken, convoluted, confusing.
Yeah.
So tangled up. But in my perspective at this point in life is that it's somewhat tragic. Not tragic as in dramatic, like overly dramatic. It's a tragedy in its way. But at the same time, understanding that we all really have chosen a completely different path. But that does not take away that there's love. For me, there's always love and forgiveness.
Yeah.
But I will never forget.
Yeah, that's true.
The anger that I felt years ago completely dissipated because there's no point. At the end of the day, like what I told you, I felt like I grew up on my own, not having sisters. And it's still true to the fact. And that's fine. So I can't take anything against them with everything that unfolded with their lives in my life. Yeah. So even if they have bad opinions about me, it doesn't matter to me because of our distant relationship.
I guess that's what's different for me. I'm privileged to have a good relationship with all of you.
Yeah.
It's not full on tragic because for Ate Jem, it's simple, but of course the struggle, it's on her. But it's just simple. It's become more open.
Yeah.
Like as a person even, just as a person, not as a sister, like as a person to us. And for Ate Jackie, I think, I mean, if she gets her shit together, Christ, even if you're not there, Christ, everything's like, that's a good ending. That's a good ending already for her.
Good for her, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's right. But at this
I guess
point,
the untangling of the yarn, it may look complex, but maybe, just maybe, if both, just like the two ends, you just pull it and it'll become untangled.
Yeah. Occam's razor, right? Occam's razor, like the simplest solution is just to pull. Unfortunately, life can't be just like that because, for me, I could see other families or even on TV. It's like, but you're sisters, like you're by blood. And a lot of people also, it's like, oh, you choose your own family. Like be as it may, like all of them are true. Again, individual experiences, individual choices, and unique stories, right? But for me, there are some things that are irreparable, and I made peace with that. But that does not mean that there's anger in my heart. It's just that what I always say, what I've heard a long time ago, like never push a kind person to the point that they don't give a fuck. So it's at the moment, at this point in time, I don't give a fuck. It's just because I decided to focus on the people that I really truly love and care about, that I could pay attention at. And then in terms of the family segment, the family kind of, sometimes I would think I wonder what mom and dad think about the relationship that we have, like the present relationships that we had among siblings. Like, are they going to be sad about it and whatever? Are they going to be upset? But at the end of the day, I am at peace at where I am. And I need to understand and remember whatever they do with their lives and their choices, it's not my call. It's not my place. But one of them, like i.e. Jem, if she comes back to me, lay it all out and not keep anything, it's not even an agenda. It's just like, if she just lay it all out and just be honest to herself, not to us, like she doesn't owe me anything. She just needed to reflect on a lot of that. Then probably there's hope in the future that there's going to be more, there's going to be some more sisterhood type of thing. I'm happy not to count on it.
Yeah, because the thing is, right, like the Jackie thing is just like way far from saving because it's just so fucked up. And she has to do a lot of shit to get her shit right.
It's just, when it comes to Jackie, I've given up completely.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe, you're already at indifference, right? Because I believe in the saying na the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference.
Right.
Yeah.
It is. So I've come to a point that I made peace that I can't help her.
Yeah.
I am in no position to save her because she's not helping herself. I've given her all the tools how to fish. She lost it all. Yeah. And, I've done my best. And that's enough. And other people would say, oh, never say never. But at this point in my life, it's really indifferent to me. There's nothing there for me to go on. I can't even say I've lost my elder sister. I didn't. It's just, I've moved on, unfortunately.
Well, should we move on to the niece?
No.
No, okay.
We're not going to talk about the niece.
Okay.
The niece is, what they call that?
Extension. The DLC.
No, the niece is that kind of, what they call that? What they call that wound when it's like, it's healed, but if you prick it, it's still gonna ooze out pus or something.
A pimple. She's a pimple. You're basically calling her a pimple.
That relationship. No, I suppose niece, Jackie's daughter. Again, we're talking about siblings here, so that's like a collateral damage.
Yeah.
But that collateral damage is more damaging than the collateral.
Yeah.
What? The more damaging than the main damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the fruit of everything. But just on the side comment on that, I just wanted to say in simple words, my key word about that incident with the niece is betrayal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's worse.
Yep.
That's worse.
Christ. Okay.
But that's a different thing for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, where do you think will our siblings go in the future?
Jackie, I'll give credit. She never had vices. I'm confident on that. I'm very confident on that. So I guess she's just gonna live, born, live and die in Tabon, and nothing will ever change.
Don't you think that perpetual victimhood is a vice?
Yeah, that's her addiction. But yeah. She likes to abuse it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, and on that subject, yeah, what I wanted to say about her asking for handouts all the time. I remember I gave her an advice. Like that's the most important advice I'll ever give her, that when you're asking for money or anything, you're not getting it for free at that time. You're actually giving out a part of your dignity just for that moment of getting that thing. And of course, you don't really get that full dignity back when you pay it back. But of course, you get most of it back. Because it's just my way of saying to her that, yeah, she spent all of her dignity already. And I can't really, take her any more seriously. And I'm honestly like cringe. I feel embarrassed about everything she's done. She's so empty of dignity at this point that, of course, her coping there is like, this a huge amount of pride there, but it doesn't have anything. It's hollow pride, no dignity in that pride, basically. That, she's just gonna keep doing what she's doing. Nothing's gonna change. That's her status quo.
Yeah, I don't get it where these pride are coming from. Why do they have so much pride?
Yeah.
We were taught humility.
I guess because, it's misguided. Like, people don't really get to, not a lot of people get the privilege to learn where pride should come from. Like, pride should come from principle. Pride should come from your own values, right? Not from victory, just not from the results. Pride shouldn't come from results.
Yes.
Pride shouldn't come from winning.
Yeah.
Pride shouldn't come from what you own. Pride should just come from your principles, like following your principles, not betraying your principles, and following and not betraying your values. That's where pride should always come from, what I believe.
Oh my gosh. Who is this person?
Because
who are you? You're so good. Oh my gosh.
Because then I have this extension of a belief that we're animals in a literal sense, in a scientific sense. We're animals. And what separates us from animals is principles and values, like following it and believing in it. And as for some people, it comes from religion. For me, it comes from actual, like, my pride, my principles, values, what I learn, what I take in from other people.
Yeah.
And learning from them. And I really believe that your principles, your values is your soul. And that's what separates us from animals. Because once you betray and lie to yourself about your principles and values, you're no more than an animal.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have a soul.
Hey, my cat's got soul.
Yeah, she has a principle of protecting you. She's watching over you 24/7 to the point that she doesn't eat. She doesn't eat. She has to follow you.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, sometimes like I have to stop there so she could eat. It's crazy. Okay, overall, what wisdom do you have for our listeners about having siblings?
Before you prioritize doing good deeds with them, before thinking about care, before thinking about actual trust, build that foundation of actually knowing them on who they really are. Because if you just blindly do what you feel is right before even trying to get to know them any better, you'll just get surprised that they're gonna betray you. You're just gonna get surprised that they have a side that they're gonna fuck you over with. Or maybe even when you want to rely on them, you didn't know that they're that kind of person.
Right.
But besides that, I really think family, siblings, you gotta start with actually knowing them, like really deep, in a deep sense. Because without that, they're just a stranger. They're just a friend. There's that level of, yeah, you can be familiar with your friends more than your siblings, but there's that thing, I can't point to it. There's just that thing of knowing, a familiarity that's unique to siblings. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So for me, on my side, I just think that your siblings, they're the same as you. You are an individual, you are human, and they're individuals too with different passions, beliefs. You may raise the same, but that doesn't mean that you can expect that they will be an extension of you. They're not. They're their own, and you're your own person. And writing from what JC said, you can get to know them as such.
Yeah.
Like as that individual. You are family. Ideally, you can be loyal to each other and love each other and be loyal and all of these things, right? But at the end of the day, just remember that your siblings are humans too.
Yeah.
On their own. Individual person.
Oh yeah, and to extend for my like communication, right? And there's this aspect in emotional maturity, which is communication, which is knowing what to say, how you feel into words. Openness. Yeah, it's like not just like how open you are, it's like actually knowing, like telling that person accurately. It's like it's just a thing that we have to learn, right, for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
If there's a conflict, if there's an away, if there's sadness, like try to do your best to communicate that to your siblings. Because if you don't tell that, 20 years down the line, it's still in their head, and there's gonna be some conflict there. That's like building up. Yeah.
And also at the same time, like any relationships, right? You build it as you go along, and you have to remember that all of you are growing, all of you are evolving. So don't take that one against each other. And you also can't pressure yourself because of the society would say, oh, siblings have to go together all the time. That's not true. It's really like whatever dynamics you have, you would like any relationship, even friendships or your parental love and everybody else, just your dynamics, you try your best to understand each human and mesh with them in the best way that you can. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At the end of the day, it doesn't work. Just don't get pressured by someone saying, oh, you have to be together because you're sisters, you're brothers. Sometimes, sometimes there's a falling out. Sometimes you make up at some point. Yeah, it's just, that's the mystery of life, isn't it? We evolve, we change perspectives, we grow, we emotionally mature, hopefully. Not everybody does. And, so that's all there is, right?
Yeah.
So in closing, I want you and me to have major keywords that you kind of picked up, give me at least 3 major keywords that you picked up from the word siblings from our conversation.
Okay. Yes, the first keyword's familiarity.
Mm-hmm.
Second is choices.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one is guidance.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The lack of guidance, actually.
Lack of guidance.
Unguided. Yes, unguided, actually. Make that the third keyword, unguided.
Okay, let me think about this. So I think for me, it's entanglement.
Yeah.
And then probably understanding.
Okay.
And the third one is, it's really relationships.
Oh, right. Yeah. Best way to put this whole conversation.
Yes.
Into one word, yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. I really like this.
Yeah.
Isn't this cathartic?
Very.
And also, just to also wrap this all up, some people may think that we're airing our dirty laundry in public, and that's not the intention. The intention of this conversation is for everyone to eavesdrop on a human, real, genuine conversation about a topic that may relate to people or maybe something new to people, a different perspective. It's really about that, right? So it's not like we're bashing on our siblings. It's just that this is our personal experiences. This is how we talk about this all the time in a normal environment. And this is something that we agreed that we can share with all of you. I hope that you found something meaningful in our conversation. I hope that you can also reflect with this word about sibling, what it means, what it entails, and what it may mean in your life moving forward. So, JC, thank you very, very much for hanging out with me with my new experiment, Epitome Anatomy. And thank you so much, really. And, I love you to death. And congratulations again for having a new job and graduating. And I'm really, really so proud of you.
Thank you.
Bye, bro. See you on Messenger.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Some important words relating to siblings are bond, affinity, and character. As my brother JC said, family is more than just the highs and lows. It's also the familiarity with each other on who we really are to each other as a family. To apply a quote from an American memoirist, popular poet, and civil rights activist Maya Angelou, quote, "I don't believe an accident of birth makes people sisters or brothers. It makes them siblings, gives them mutuality of parentage. Sisterhood and brotherhood is a condition people have to work at." End quote. Going back to my conversation with my brother, I always find comfort that we are able to be open to and honest to each other about our feelings, about our emotions, and about our thoughts and opinions with something very deep and sensitive about our relationship towards other people, especially the people who should be closest to us. I am so proud that my sibling, my brother, is growing up to be a very good man, that he's striving forward, that he's gaining a lot of wisdom, that he's got a lot of passion and love in his heart. Hatred does not have a place in our relationship and in the way that we view other people. And that's very important as part of our bond. So I'm going to circle it back to you. What matters to you about your siblings? And if you're an only child, what matters to you as a person? I think it's always something that we have to be honest to ourselves about. I hope you love eavesdropping here. You should start thinking about your synonyms. What are they? Perhaps you can share them with me through emailing your audio or a message about you, even via my social media. Thank you for listening to Human Thesaurus. Join me again next week for another episode. I'm your host, Wish Ronquillo Peacock. Have a fantastic day and thanks for listening.